I came home after a long day at work, expecting a quiet evening with my wife, Ayesha, and our 7-year-old daughter, Noor. But the moment I stepped inside, I sensed something was wrong. Ayesha sat on the couch, arms crossed, face cold. Noor clung to her side, confused. Then, out of nowhere, Ayesha said the words that shattered my world. "We have a new dad now." I froze, thinking I misheard her, but she repeated it with a smirk. My heart raced. I demanded an explanation, but before she could answer, the front door opened, and my best friend walked in. It was Fahad, my childhood best friend, my brother in everything but blood. We'd grown up together, shared secrets, dreams, and countless memories. He stood there, awkwardly smiling, as if he'd been waiting for this moment. "It's time you knew, bro," he said casually. I couldn't breathe. Ayesha got up and held his arm like they were a couple. My chest tightened, anger burning through my veins. "Are you joking?" I asked, my voice trembling. Fahad shrugged, saying, "Ayesha and I love each other. Noor deserves a real father." That's when I realized, and this betrayal had been planned. What broke me wasn't just their betrayal, it was Noor's confusion. My daughter stared at me with teary eyes, holding her teddy bear tightly. "Daddy, why is Uncle Fahad here?" she whispered. Ayesha knelt beside her and said softly, "Sweetheart, Uncle Fahad is going to be your new dad." My heart stopped. I looked at Noor, trying to reassure her, but my voice failed me. I wanted to scream, to throw them both out, but I knew that wouldn't help my daughter. At that moment, I stayed silent, bottling every ounce of pain deep inside. Me, revenge could wait. Without saying another word, I left the house. Fahad called after me, mocking me, but I ignored him. I drove aimlessly that night, tears blurring my vision. Every memory of my friendship with Fahad, every promise Ayesha ever made, played in my head like a cruel movie. By midnight, I made a decision. I wouldn't confront them directly. I wouldn't scream or fight. Instead, I would destroy both of them quietly. My first step was to secure Noor's future. I contacted my lawyer the next morning, determined to win full custody. But that was just the beginning. I hired a private investigator to dig into Fahad and Ayesha's relationship. What I uncovered made my blood boil. Fahad had been transferring money from our joint business accounts to secret ones, funding trips with Ayesha. They'd been meeting in hotels for nearly a year, all while smiling to my face like nothing was wrong. I compiled every receipt, every photo, every message. At the same time, I quietly started moving assets into my name, ensuring they couldn't touch a single rupee. Ayesha thought she was replacing me. Fahad thought he was winning. They had no idea. 2 months later, I filed for divorce, with full custody of Noor. When Ayesha got the papers, her arrogance vanished. My lawyer presented proof of her affair, hotel bookings, and Fahad's shady financial dealings. The court didn't just grant me custody, it stripped Ayesha of any financial claim. Watching her face as the judge ruled against her was my first taste of justice. Fahad, meanwhile, was sued by the company for embezzlement and lost his position. The cracks in their perfect little fantasy began to widen, and for the first time, I felt in control again. Within weeks, Fahad's entire life collapsed. He lost his job, his reputation, and the respect of everyone who once admired him. Our mutual friends turned their backs on him, disgusted by his betrayal. To make matters worse, Ayesha discovered he had other affairs too. She wasn't even his only. Secret. Their love story crumbled into screaming matches and chaos. Meanwhile, Noor was safe with me, finally smiling again. I had everything I wanted, peace, stability, and my daughter's happiness. But my revenge wasn't complete yet. I still had one final move left, one they'd never see coming. I leaked Fahad and Ayesha's affair, along with all financial evidence, to our social circle, extended family, and business contacts. Within hours, their reputations were destroyed. Fahad became a social outcast, and Ayesha faced humiliation from everyone she once sought validation from. Friends stopped answering their calls, relatives disowned them, and invitations stopped coming. The people they betrayed me with now turned against them. Ayesha tried to call me, begging to fix things for Noor's sake, but I didn't answer. She wanted freedom, she got it. She just didn't expect it to come at this price. 6 months later, Noor and I moved into a new home near the beach. Life felt peaceful again. I focused on my business, which flourished after Fahad's exit, and built a support system around us. Noor was thriving, doing better in school, and smiling more than ever. Occasionally, I'd hear about Ayesha struggling, to find work and Fahad battling lawsuits. But I felt nothing, no anger, no pity. I had rebuilt my life from the ground up, and every time I watched Noor laugh freely, I knew I'd won the only battle that truly mattered, protecting her happiness. Looking back, I realized one thing: betrayal doesn't destroy you, it exposes people's true faces. Ayesha thought replacing me would make her happier. Fahad thought stabbing me in the back would make him stronger. In the end, they both lost everything, while I gained clarity, peace, and a deeper bond with my daughter. Sometimes the best revenge isn't shouting or fighting. It's thriving. I walked away from the pain, rebuilt my world, and came back stronger than ever. And when I tuck Noor into bed at night, I remind her gently, we don't need a new dad. We're enough.